Awesome. I'm super excited because I've been a huge fan of this artist that is in the studio with me right now. She's beautiful, she's talented, and she's here. It's G.NA. Hello.
Hello. This is G.NA. It's been a year and a half since I've been back, but I'm here.
Yay! And it's the first time on our show.
Yes, it is actually. Yeah. I have my relationships here with Arirang, but being here on this radio channel is my first time, I think.
Yeah. Well, it's great to have you here in the studio.
Thank you.
So you're back with a new song. And we're used to your sexy concept, which you seem to be described as, but you went for a little bit more of a cuter, sexier type of concept this time around.
Thank you. Cuter, sexier. I never really thought of it that way, but thank you. Yes, I kind of wanted to go for the more like girl to a woman kind of lyric wise thing. Like the lyrics, if you listen to my new single 예쁜 속옷, G.NA's Secret, I think that's what is it in
yeah
English,
they are dubbing your English title G.NA's Secret.
Yeah. So pretty much I just wanted to kind of explain more about, being in love my age, okay, because usually it's more about like me being independent, about my hurt and my sorrows and all the sadness, but for this song it's more about me being in love, and just the pure essence of that. So it was fun, I guess, recording it because I'm not really in love right now, but you have to keep imagining yourself being in love, and I think it's a happy song when you listen to it. Yeah.
All right. Well, already the concept itself, your stylists are doing an amazing job because your concept attire, so the dress that you've been wearing these days, the two-toned kind of, tank top type of skirt, it's already becoming a hot item on the racks, apparently.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So.
Oh, thank you for informing me. I didn't know, but I hopefully people will, try to wear that kind of whole one-piece kind of, I guess, dress in a way, because it's very casual. You can wear it down with like flats or just a simple pair of heels, and I guess the loveliness of my song, I wanted to kind of show it through more of a girlish kind of style. And hopefully that kind of went through. So
well, no, it did. Trust me, it did. A lot of the shopping malls in Korea, the online shopping malls, the new trend is your dress. So I'm guessing that it's probably going to be an item that we're going to see a lot of.
That's great.
All right, now the music video itself. You've been acting all of your videos. I have seen a lot of the videos you've been doing acting. So come to the new video. It's not something new to act in your own video. Does it get any easier?
Yes, actually it is, because all I have to do is really just kind of picture myself in that kind of mode of the lyrics, I just have to kind of go along with the lyrics, and if I understand the lyrics, then pretty much the acting kind of comes along with it, right? Because I kind of pretend that I am in this person's shoes. But I guess this one was a little easier for me because I could just be, I could goof around, be a little more girly. Because that's actually, I dress like a tomboy out, like not when I'm on stage, but my personality is very girly and giddy. Like I'm a very giddy girl, but I wasn't able to show that in a lot of my songs because it's more like rare, So I wasn't able to show that, but in this song I could just kind of act myself, personality-wise, and still let people understand what I'm feeling. So I think, or hopefully it works, yes. So.
Well, for you, it's a lot easier to express, so obviously. It was sent through the video a lot more, not as, it's not me or an awkwardness of like, I don't really feel that right now.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be sexy, but I don't know if I'm really sexy.
It's harder for me to be sexy. I know it sounds strange, but.
Because your concept is that these days.
Yeah, and also even before, when people say, G.NA, do a sexy pose, I'm thinking, what is a sexy pose, Like, I don't even know what sexy is, but...
I think that's something that you see a lot of in Korea, mostly. In the States, it's just a presence of being called sexy, but in Korea, it's more of, they ask the artists themselves to express that a little bit more. You do a body wave and they think that's a sexy dance.
Yeah, but sexy is really just how you... It's confidence. I think it comes out of confidence, and it doesn't really show through your outer appearance. It should be coming out of, like, from the inner side of you. Because that's real sex appeal. That's what I think.
Of course. Well, there's actually a lot of questions that do kind of coincide with our listeners and actually what's in our script as well. But you were originally a part of a team. So you practiced as a team before. Everybody knows this. Everybody talks about this online.
Yes, yes.
For me, I did do some research, but as a team, before you guys started breaking up into going into teams and actually debuting, how long did you guys practice as a team?
As a team, we practiced for about almost a year and a half, 2 years.
A year and a half, 2 years. So now you being a solo artist, obviously there were some changes when you first debuted as a solo artist. Was it like very kind of like just
lonely?
Yeah.
Just one word, one definition: lonely. Loneliness is the only thing I can think of right at that time. Yeah.
Well, I mean, because you had your members, or your friends' support, but then to kind of like, even though your entire staff is supporting you, but you know, I understand where you're coming from though on that. So now everybody's making comebacks, and you're doing solo comebacks with Cheonyeosung as well, and everybody's all settled, so to speak.
Yeah.
So everybody's doing good in their own standards.
Yes, yes.
So now that you guys see each other and you guys run into each other at award ceremonies or music programs or whatnot, I mean, what's it like?
It's a very, very strange but really good feeling, I think.
Okay.
Just to know that we know all the years that we practiced together and spent that time kind of, dreaming that same dream, walking down that same path, getting to where we want to be. We thought it would never happen because, it just a day seems like a year sometimes,
Of course.
But after my trainee years with them, and I saw one by one, like kind of coming out, debuting and, doing really well. That kind of motivated me at the same time. I'm like, oh, I can do this too. Hey, I can do this too. Don't worry, G.NA, you got this.
Yeah.
Like, I was thinking I was simplifying what I was actually really thinking inside of my head. Like, because everything was so boggled up in my head at that time, like very mixed emotions. And so when I saw Cheonyeosung at the music program, or like just at radio or what, we started talking about our old days, and that really made us feel like, kind of humble again. We just kind of humble ourselves and really just thought about why we started. And that itself made us realize that this isn't about us being like enemies or like, oh, this is like a face-off kind of thing, but more like, I really hope, Oni, that you do well, and I really hope I do well.
Yeah.
But as a joke, I said, I want to do better. I told her, 내가 더 잘하고 싶어, right? But it's okay. Like, we both understand. We both have that, passion for what we do. So.
And of course, you guys come a long way. I mean, back then, you guys never thought that you'd even be able to debut, but now you're a solo artist, and she's a part of a very successful team, and now she's doing her solo things and whatnot. So, I mean, obviously, you guys have found your way. So, going back to how this all started, so growing up and living in Canada and whatnot, what made you come to Korea to pursue a singer? Do you remember?
I haven't been asked this question in like 3-4 years. Like, seriously, I feel like it's my debut right now. Goodness. Okay, so where do I start? It's like a long story, but I'll make this a long story short. I didn't really know if I should be coming to Korea, to be honest, and my motive wasn't to come to Korea.
Okay,
but I performed at a Korean heritage festival, and it was in the middle of Vancouver, and it was a lot of people, about 30,000 people coming in and out in that one day, and that went on for about 2-3 days, I think, from what I remember. And at that time, I got these entertainment cards, people would come by and be like, yo, 안녕하세요, they would give me a card, say, oh, audition 보세요, come for this audition. And I'd be like, oh, but where is it? Oh, in Korea. Oh, okay. I have school though. I have a family here.
Yeah.
And I can't go for this, I'm thinking I need to graduate school. And so pretty much I kind of left that on the side, and I told my grandparents, because I live with my grandparents, and they're like, G.NA, you have to be a news reporter. So I was like, really? Okay, so I got to change my major then. So I'm thinking I have to go to university for news broadcasting and journalism because that's what I was aiming for. But then because, you know, when people tell you not to do something, you just want to do it.
Of course.
It's like, you have that, it's like,
you have the urge.
Yeah, you get that urge to just do it, you know? And I guess I kind of just said, I think I want to ticket my flight tomorrow, you know?
Wow.
After I graduated school.
Okay.
So they said okay because I did what they wanted to do.
Up until then.
And I still kept my grades and I still, you know, did things they wanted me to do. But I also did it because I liked it as well.
Okay.
But music was something that I didn't want to really give up on. So I told them that I wanted to go on an audition.
Just to see.
So my first call was at, it was at G.NA 선배님's company. At that time it was called Good Entertainment, and they called me out. And that's how the whole audition on cable thing got started.
Ah.
Yes, and then after
that show.
So me and Chon Yo-sung, Brown Eyed Girls, Kain, Big Bang, Seungri, like a lot of people actually came out, like Kang Daegyu from Taekyon, like a lot of people came out, and that became a huge issue, and everyone's like, oh my gosh, you know, it's like Gina's out, like Hyosung's out, and wow, from that program, these two girls are in the same team now. And that became a huge issue after.
Yeah.
So that's when my whole kind of life in Korea started.
Huh. So you just came for an audition, see how it goes, but then you kind of, thanks to the media hype, just kind of ended up staying. Wow.
So it was like I had this huge thing with like companies and people. So I know everyone, but I'm in good relationship with like a lot of people in this industry. And I think it's because I didn't leave with my own will. I had to leave, you know?
Yeah.
It was more like the company wasn't doing well, like and so. So for me, like Good Entertainment was like, oh my gosh, we all have to say bye, right?
Yeah.
So we said bye, but then I got another love call from JYP. So then I was in JYP, and everyone's like, oh my gosh, she's in 2PM's 10 out of 10 Miss video, right?
Yeah, that video. We see a lot of you in that video.
So that's when I was in JYP, you know, with Miss A's Min, living in New York, and like I was living this life of a different girl now by myself, and I had to go through this journey of struggling and being on my own and realizing that I have time, but not that much time because everyone's getting younger these days. So I think I had to go through these struggles to realize like how important this is to me. Like, because there's people who actually just audition in one company, you know, just go through the, I guess the steps in the
company
entertainment industry.
And they're just done with it.
You know, they debut. But with me, it's like, I went through those steps.
But you went through it in a very obstacle type of way.
Yeah, I'm like, why? I was asking God, I'm like, why
me?
Why are you giving me so many obstacles? Can't I just go straight? But
exactly.
Then he kept like telling me to go right, left, all around. You know,
exactly.
like,
do it one more time.
Yeah.
And then you can debut.
So it took me 7 years. 7
to
8 years.
So 7 years. I mean, that's not easy. It's not easy. It is not easy.
Very, very, very not easy. I'm like, if someone tells me to do it again, I'll probably be like, let me think no.
Yeah. Let me think, no, I don't think so. Which, I mean, for you, if you think about it, it was more so, I want to try this out before I start settling down in Canada. But then that little spark of curiosity kind of, you know, it was a butterfly effect of, you know, something even bigger. And of course, but now you're here. You're here. And of course, you know.
It triggered me more when I realized when you get more doors shut in your face.
Of course.
It triggers you. It's like, what makes me different from all these people here?
That.
And I said my vocals, and I know like I'm not like a Whitney Houston. I'm not like a Big Mama, but like, you know, I have my own.
Oh, of course.
I have my own color, and I thought with my color, like I believed in myself.
Oh,
and
of course.
I think the message that I wanted to send out in my first album even was that, you know, it's possible, you know.
Oh, of
things
course.
happen. You just got to take your time, and people have their own time limit to things, right?
Oh, yeah.
But for me, it's like I had to do this for myself.
True, and
Yeah.
I think that because it took you 7 years, when you did put out your first album, we were able to see a more well-readied So instead of debuting when you're in your teens and not really knowing anything, just following what the company wants to do, and you kind of spiraling down from there of not being able to find yourself, you were able to find yourself before you debuted.
Exactly.
And of course now, even though the stardom hits and even though you've reached a new place and you've got the number ones, it's not where, oh yeah, it's not that. It's more so, you know, you got what you deserved, and it's now more of a stepping stone to bring more to the plate.
And it's hard because, like, I am getting older. And
you're still young. Don't worry. Don't worry.
No, trust me. When you see, like, oh, what year were you born? What year are you born? Oh, 1999. Oh, okay. I didn't even know people were born that year. Yeah. You know, like, oh, I get shocked. Like, I get shocked and then I get shocked again. And I'm thinking, like, what can I do in order to make people realize I'm not a kid?
Oh, of course.
And because I'm in an idol company as well. Like, Cube Entertainment is a very well-rounded idol company, very well made, very characterized. Like, they all have their own color, and the company doesn't make anything for them, to be honest. They make what they are, what they are now. Yeah. But like Beast for a minute, B2B, like Nojun, like Shinjun, like they are all younger than me, you know.
Well, I mean, if you in general, I mean, for me too. I mean, there's always going to be somebody younger. There's always going to be somebody prettier. There's always going to be somebody more talented. There's always going to be something else. But then again, of course, you know, for girls like us, you know, we've got here for some reason. So we might as well just, you know, keep it. Yeah. And then find a way to kind of stay where we are or exceed. All right. Well, we got the amazing G.NA in the studio, and I'm so glad to have her in the studio because actually she's making my life very easy today. I don't have to ask so many questions. What we're going to do is actually listen to your recent single, which has gotten everybody dancing and already trying to follow your clothes already. Miss Walking Barbie. Oh, we've got G.NA Secret. Yep, so good. We'll see you guys after this and more G.NA in the studio.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing my lady, Miss G.NA.
We double kick music.
love your laugh, by the way. All right, that was G.NA in the studio.
I can do it again.
Yay! Wow.
Sorry, I'll stop doing that.
No, you know, it's really hard to get that kind of stuff recorded. I don't know how she does it. I think you should start doing voiceover.
My manager, she's like ripping her hair out right now. She's like, she's like, stop doing that. Like,
you know, that can actually lead you to voice acting because they need you to kind of do that kind of stuff repeatedly.
oh, I can just do that whenever you guys want me to.
Wow,
Like,
there you go. Maybe we'll record your laughing for a spot and then just use your laughter during
and then
our show.
you guys are gonna learn to hate it after because you hear it so often, you know.
So you were talking about being in Korea for a while now, and your new single is out, and of course you're doing music that you like, and you've come so far, and you've gotten a lot of hype for, of course, your body. Now I know as a woman, nobody could be comfortable getting that much hype about anybody's body. Even if you're proud of your body, you're not going to be loved. You're not going to love the media talking about it constantly, even if it's compliments.
Of course, yes.
But I mean, I see you today. You are a tiny thing. I mean, I knew you were skinny, but I need to feed you something.
Oh no! Like for me, I gained 5.2 kilograms, I think.
Really?
For my last like.
No, you for a
Release.
while you were kind of.
I was really skinny.
You were
yeah.
really skinny.
Yeah, I was sick though. I was sick back then. So like for me, it was hard to do my promotions while I was sick. So if you actually kind of look into my promotions from my debut till now, you'll realize my promotion for Too Hot was much shorter than my other songs.
Yeah, it was.
And it was very like, you know, 방송, and then like I would do my programs and then I wouldn't do anything else.
Because you were just so tired.
Yeah, I was like very, very kind of not worn out, but like I was physically like very sick at that time. So for me, it was hard to handle because my release date was already out. We couldn't change it. And I had to keep going on with my schedules, but we had to cut down the schedules. And to even accept the fact that I had to, you know, cut my schedules out, that itself was hard for me to take in myself. Because I'm so used to being so busy.
Yeah.
I'm so used to always doing a lot. So I'm thinking this is a normal thing. And for me to not do so much just seemed wrong.
Yeah.
You know? Because living this life for like 4.5 years already, it's been 4.5 years, and I'm thinking I haven't ever been this free, and it's scaring me. So
you don't know what to do with your free time.
Yeah, but then I got better. I started gaining weight. I got a nutritionist, and I was like starting to get back on my health again. And you know, health is the #1 issue for a lot of the celebrities that's working in this Korean industry. Like a lot of people, they can't show they're sick because you know it's TV. You can't be like, oh, I don't feel good today. I'm gonna leave today. Like you can't just cancel out.
So
right?
like, teacher. It's like, producer, I need to go home today. You can't really do that. It's like, can I have a tardy note? You know what I mean?
I mean, today I want to fill an absent, please.
Exactly.
You can't really do that. So for me, I guess as the years go by and I realize health is more important than I thought it would ever be. I started taking my vitamins, you know, listening to my mom, you know.
Stuff that we normally try not to do.
Yeah, eat your veggies, eat your fruits, you know, like.
Which you're touching on you know, it's not so much about diets. It's just, you know, during the busy schedule. I mean, I've never really promoted in the States, so I'm not sure how American artists do this, but I know that they have a nutritionist around them and have cooks cook them foods. But in Korea, you have to kind of go through either eating kimbap or like, you know, your fast food or ramen or stuff that you can get easy, something you can eat in the car. And that is not necessarily the most well-balanced meals that you should be getting.
That's my #1 problem.
Yeah.
Because for Black and White, I had over 86 hengsas. 86. What's hengsa in English again?
Just performances.
Performances. In less than a month and a week. So that's like less than 5 weeks. I did 86. So it pretty much be like, for say I would have like a 음악 방송, like a music program. Then I would go to a music program. You would have to go to dry rehearsal at like 7 a.m.
Yep.
So then I would go, and then we would get ready and do our 사전녹화, our pre-recording.
Yeah.
And then during the 사전녹화 and the actual 방송, like actual time of the show,
which is about a good hour. That's it.
No,
depending.
about 3-4 hours actually. Like if you do a sajon like way before. So then I would go and do another 행사, a show at a different hotel or something, and I'll do an appearance there. Come back, get my my stage clothes on and then go on to the live 방송, and then after the live is done, then we go outside and take the car right away to like Daegu or like Daejeon or something, and then the next morning we'd be at another 방송국 like in that time.
Yeah.
So it'd be like 4, 5, 6, 7 schedules in a day.
Yeah.
And that was when my condition just went downhill. Like,
yeah.
So, you know, when you're young, I guess you get better faster. But for me, it's like...
Well, yeah, I mean, you were in your mid-20s. And it's not like... Yeah, you know that your staff is always with you. And your staff is the one that is like... It's the same. They're sick too because they're not able to, you know, keep up things as well. So, I mean, obviously... Nutrition is key, and especially for us if we like live by ourselves or whatnot. Even if our parents are here, unless they give like piles of boxes of fruits that we have in like a lunchbox, it's even hard. But even then, like it's hard to pull it out in the car and you know, eat on the way and remember to eat. For girls, especially because you're always wearing very revealing clothes too. So even though you're naturally skinny, if you have to eat something, obviously you're gonna feel heavy before you go up on stage. So you tend to eat less.
I don't do that anymore because now it's papim. Like I can't do anything without eating.
You can't do anything without eating.
Like I get so like irritated, and you can very my manager and my staff, they look at me. They're like, "Oh gosh, this girl's hungry again." You know, she's getting all like antsy.
she needs food.
Yes, so pretty much my staff, like they've been with me for like a couple years. My staff hasn't changed often, so my manager has been.
Good.
Oh, so she's been my manager since the day since Black and White, so it's been like a couple of years now, so she knows me inside out pretty much. Like is very good actually. So she make sure like she looks at my condition. She doesn't really need to talk to me to know really how well or bad like good I'm doing, you know.
Okay.
So for that, I guess that's a really good thing for me.
It's like, Mama, listen now. I'm sorry.
I don't really eat it anymore, but I mean, I tried.
At least you tried.
Yes.
At least you tried. Instead of going for the box of cookies, you go for the box of fruit, which you're supposed to.
I'll try.
I'll try. All right, then. Speaking of food, what's your favorite food?
I like jelly.
Ooh, candies.
Yeah, I like jelly. Like I like whatchamacallit, like sour straws, like Sour Patch Kids, like stuff
something you
like,
can't really get here in Korea.
Yeah, so I order online. From a Biju shopping mall.
You don't even ask your parents in the States or family in the States. You just go and order it online.
Yeah, I do it myself, and I even post up an after 후기. I even post up a 후기 because they give you a discount if you do it. So like I save it's like 10%, so like 10%. They gave me like a 10% discount every time I write or post up a picture of my goodies.
Wow.
And I do that every time.
So all of our listeners who are listening in Canada, in the U.S., and all over the world, start selling her some, Sour Patch Kids and all that other stuff.
No, the kids are all worried about me. They're like, G.NA, your teeth are all like falling out. I'm like, I know.
It's okay, as long as you like it. If it de-stresses you, that's all you need.
Yes, I think that's my stress reliever. People drink alcohol. I like to eat my jelly. So
well, there you go.
Yeah.
But it's better than that.
Mm-hmm.
So out of all the concepts that you've been doing up until now, I mean, obviously because you have, more maturity in your age than other artists, obviously you probably have some say in what you would like to do and which direction you'd like to go in concept-wise, or what would you like to do. So is there any concept that you'd like to try and tackle in the near future? Because I know that we've been seeing more of a little bit either a cuter or lovelier or a sexier side of you. But is there anything that maybe we might see of you different?
Probably you guys will probably want to see something. I know a lot of people are saying like, "Oh, G.NA, why can't you go back to your 꺼져줄게 잘 살아? I'll back off." But for me, I know what I can do best, and I know what I am missing as well.
Okay.
But I'm kind of trying to save that, Because for me, I am still young, and I am still a girl.
Exactly.
And a lot of people kind of, especially when you're my age, it's like, I want to try to look the prettiest and the nicest and the sweetest and the cutest at this age. Because, 욕심쟁이. I want to do everything right now. But then I know when a year or two later, I can't look the way I did right now. But there's one thing that I know for a fact will increase, like I will grow in, which is my music.
Okay.
So it's not like this is the only song that I've been working on for a year and a half. I have a whole album ready right now. I just released this single, G.NA Secret, because it's a very kind of seasonal song, I feel like. So for me, I wanted to kind of release that, and then I'll have more of a, I guess, raw album out later. And I think that will really be a big turn for people. Because it's going to be more like what I do best, like mid-tempo, kind of like ballad rock-ish.
Okay.
Because I like pop urban, like urban rock pop.
Oh.
So a little bit of a Kelly Clarkson, a little bit of Carly Rae Jepsen, a little bit of everything. So,
okay. All right. Well, that is a very different side to you that we haven't really seen up until now, which I know is something that, unfortunately, you do have to kind of cookie cutter yourself into a certain image if you want to be in mainstream K-pop, at least in the beginning.
Of course. Well, I don't know if I tried in the beginning, though, because 꺼져줄게 잘 살아. Oh, sorry. 꺼져줄게 잘 살아 itself was a very non-friendly song for people. Like, people were thinking, she's telling us to back off when she just met us, you know?
When she just debuted, so what?
Yeah, so for me, I guess I was a little too strong.
Nah, it was, but at least whenever people hear that song, they think of you. And that was your debut single.
Yeah, that was.
Which a lot of people don't really remember. A lot of people can't really remember the debut single. They probably remember the second song off the album, or maybe the third song.
Yeah.
But they remember you when they listen to that song, at least. So, I mean, yeah, it was a way for you to... And actually, what I loved was you were wearing pants when you debuted. And that's something that we don't see very much in Korea. They normally put the skirts on first, but you wore pants, and we thank you for that. Because you showed everybody who wears the pants.
Yes, and I always did wear pants too, from what I remember. But
recently, I mean, but you started it off that way.
Yes,
which is,
yes.
Which is something that we normally don't really see.
And I was hurt. I was brokenhearted from my ex-boyfriend. So I told my 사장님, I'm like, I really feel like I want to, like, maybe punch him out. But, I can't do that because I'll probably be called, I'll get called to the cops. So I want to make sure I can just sing this or yell this at someone.
Oh, yeah.
And then he's like, you sure you want to do that as your first single? I'm like, I'm more than happy to.
Yeah,
like,
you nailed it. No, you nailed it. And we actually do use your song as reference for one of our segments because it is such a powerful message. We give advice every Friday, which is our Tomorrow segment, which we use your song a lot because it really does fit a lot of different scenarios. So,
yeah.
And we thank you for that. And we also thank your producer for that as well.
Thank you.
All right. Well, we do have more of G.NA in the studio. We do have a lot of questions from around the world, so we do want to get into that.
Yay.
But let's take a listen to Black and White, and we'll see you guys after this. got tons of messages from around the world, but I don't even know if we're going to be able to get half through these. Hillian is one of our loyal male guests, and he loves you.
Wow. Thank you.
So the first one of the questions I've heard you have a lucky towel that you travel with. Is this true?
Yes, it's very true.
Oh.
I sleep with a blankie. I sleep with a towel. It's literally just a beach towel that's all like ratted up, but I've been sleeping with it since I was like a little baby. So I mean, my grandma got rid of it, used as a colle for a while, and then later my mom, she started realizing I couldn't sleep without it, so she bought me one from California and she sent it over to me to Vancouver.
Wow.
That's how important my towel is. And yes, it is more important. If I ever had a boyfriend, it'd be more important than my boyfriend. So
there you go. I didn't have to ask that. Okay. He actually asked a little bit about your music, but you already told us what kind of raw image that you want to put out later. So we'll just skip that one. Fitmeni from the USA is dropping by, and this is actually a compliment, but kind of a question as well. I love your voice, Sunny. What are some things that you do to make it so powerful, high-pitched, and smooth at the same time? So I may be asking how you practice.
Okay, well, that's actually a very, very hard question because I didn't know it was powerful, high-pitched, and smooth at the same time. I never had anyone define it that way. But thank you. It's like, oh, wow. I was hoping you guys would tell me. I really don't know. It's like, I don't know, like, you know, each person is born with a different kind of tone, and I think that tone itself, I'm kind of, in a way, I guess I should thank my parents or something, but I think
it's just you.
It's just like my voice when I talk and my vocal voice is not very different. And I think that's the most important thing when a person sings. It's like when you try it, if I talk like this and I start singing like, oh,
yeah.
If I do that, then it's very like, it's going to be hard on your vocal cords. And whatever is most comfortable. It's like whatever clothes fits you best is probably going to make you look, I guess, or feel the best as well.
Okay.
It's the same thing as vocal-wise, I think. Whatever feels like kind of not very great for you, you shouldn't be doing that.
Okay.
For say like screaming, thinking that that's going to make your voice like, you know, much higher or high-pitched, I guess. A lot of people have that in mind, but that's so wrong. So please don't do that.
Okay. Jeannie from Canada is saying, as a fellow Canadian, what do you miss most about Canada?
Canada. Well, I miss the whole, like, I guess the clouds and the air, the breathing is different. It's completely different in Canada. Just because it's so, like, clean there, you know? And there's less people living there in a very big country. So, I guess I never really was thankful for that when I was living there, but now that I'm in Korea, I realize Korea is a very small country with very many people, and that can do good for you, but that could also do bad. So I guess in a way, it would probably be the environment in a way. I miss the environment. I miss the maple syrup. I miss, like, you know, the Canadian people talking to me saying, "Hey, so how's your day, eh?" You know? It's a very big stereotype, but I mean, I like it, so.
All right. Well, of course. We actually have a lot of Canadian listeners. Outside of Korea, this is from Lindsay. Outside of Korea, which artists would you like to collaborate with?
Outside of Korea. For me, I would love to actually like work with Owl City or Carly Rae Jepsen, like someone who could sound compatible with me in a way. I guess like before I was very interested in people like I guess more like Maroon 5, like Adam Levine. I think he's the most sexiest guy in the world. But that's probably not the reason why I would want to, you know, work with him. But I mean,
you'd probably be distracted, but
yes, I probably would just want to be there, you know, like probably couldn't breathe because I went to their concert before and I was kind of like, you know, very, very
non-professional.
Speechless. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, sounds good. Lindsay also asked another question. Outside of your company, is there any artist that you'd like to collaborate with?
In Korea, I'm guessing. In Korea. I would like to work with a lot of the 선배s, like 선배님들. Like I would like to work with someone along the lines like 엄정화 선배님 or even like Kim Hwan-sun 선배님, like some of the girl kind of like the divas in Korea, like the Madonnas in Korea. I think that would really motivate me to, you know, work
Keep
a
going.
little harder and, you know, one day I want to be like them kind of thing, you know?
Okay.
I want to be kind of remembered, so.
In that
hopefully,
way.
Yeah.
All right. Now, I know this might be a really hard question, but where do you see yourself 10 years from now?
Married.
That's an easy answer. So you want to get married fast?
That's not fast. That ain't fast.
Well, I mean, still.
I'm almost 40 if it's 10 years later. So if you're asking me what I want to be or where I want to be in 10 years, I'm hoping I'll have a kid by then. If not, if anything close, at least I would be like engaged.
Okay.
I would love to have a lovely fiance who's willing to, you know, love me forever and ever and ever.
You still want to be working though, right?
Obviously, music is just something that I would obviously be doing. But I mean, you know, marriage wouldn't be bad at all. You know,
Ideal types?
Mm-hmm.
Any ideal types?
I have nothing just in mind, but if I do meet anyone, hopefully anyone, not anyone, but someone, I would like to meet someone who, I don't know.
Okay, I notice a lot of our listeners or even our artists have a lot of trouble with this. So you can choose a character from a movie, you can choose an actor from a movie, or you can just describe your ideal type. So like, I wish he would be this tall.
I have no traits.
At
I
all?
think chemistry is the best thing.
So
Like,
when you talk about actors, then wait, who's your favorite actor?
I don't have any.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so wow. Okay. Well, you said Adam Levine, so we'll say your like closest would be Adam Levine.
No.
No?
Mm.
Like he's just
Not
hot.
someone to marry.
Oh my goodness. You picky then.
Yes, I'm not picky. I just think that no matter how many traits you think of, characteristics and traits you think of in like the idealistic type of guy or girl, you don't really end up meeting anyone along the lines.
True.
Yeah. So for me, it's like if I meet someone and we connect and then, you know, time goes by and there's like a special bond there, then I'd be like, oh, so this is a feeling of love.
So you're more of a person that doesn't really fall in love at first sight, but more so you need to get to know the person and then start a relationship.
No, I'm just all over the place.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't have a specific, I do this, I do that.
Okay. So in the end, if we ever get an article saying that Gina's dating somebody, there was really good chemistry there. We're
Yeah.
just going to have to think about
It's
it
just
that way.
chemistry, nothing else, guys. Yeah.
All right. Unfortunately, I think my show needs to be like 4 hours because this is way too short. They're kicking us out of the studio.
Already?
Yeah. It's time for us to say goodbye. So we're
I don't know.
going
You guys are mean.
No, we want you to be on my show for like 4 hours. Trust me, but they're gonna cut. I'm getting cut from my show right now.
What?
Another DJ is coming into the studio.
Oh.
We've got your debut single. 꺼져줄게 잘 살아.
Yes. Oh, don't take it too hard, guys. Just, I don't mean it by that. 진짜 인사를 꺼져줄게 잘 살아로 합니다. 네.
We don't mean it that way. We would love to have Gina back in the studio. So see you next time.
Bye, guys.
꺼져줄게 잘 살아 똑바로 얘기해 날 보고서 내 눈을 쳐다보고 말을 해 헤어지자 그 말이니 나와 끝내고 싶은 거니 넌 여자가 생긴 거야 넌 내게 실증 난 거야 눈물이 차오르지만 꺼져줄게 잘 살아 그 말밖에 난 못해 잊어줄게 잘 살아 나 없이도 행복해 네가 버린 사랑 네가 가져가 남김없이 가져가 미안하단 말도 하지마 내 걱정하지마
Shorty my sweetie 나 떠나간다